Today on the Savage Board Gaming channel, let the tiles hit the floor. Let the tiles hit the floor. Okay. This is Brian from the Savage Board Gaming channel. I'm just going to do a quick review of a game I played recently of Azul. I thought there were some interesting decisions that we could discuss, so let's get going here. So, Kellen Ved is going first. Out here on this board, I do see there's a lot of blues. I thought maybe they would go for that off the bat, but they decide to take these three black. Which, once again, I'm not a fan of starting on the edge if possible. If I can start on these three columns, I think that's probably a better bet to start the game. Maybe they were concerned because of the yellows being all spread out, but I'm going to just go for it here. So, yeah. So we have Adigas going. They take blue, but they put it in their 2 column, right? So that lets me know yellows are going to be available at that point. So I definitely will go for the middle column here. So I grab 2, put them there. And this game is very messy in certain places. We all get in each other's way a lot. So just be prepared for some messy gameplay all around. Takes the yellow, puts 3 black here. I take the 2 yellow just to be safe. I don't want them pushing these other 2 yellow in, and then I have to put like 4 and then lose some points there. So So Kellen Ved takes the 3 red for his 4 row. Takes 3 black. So yellow, blue, black. It's not bad start. But as soon as he took these, right, in the beginning, you know he wants 2 of those white tiles. There was only 3, so you knew you weren't getting this spot. So I probably wouldn't have went that direction. He could have started in the middle column. I probably would have then went for this column here at that point in time. So okay. So gets to Kellen Ved's turn. So I've got these 2. I just need a red for up here. Takes his red for these rows. Two blue down here. Not going to be able to finish it this turn, obviously. Digas isn't. Then I take my red. This is what we have left. The first round's pretty tame. And I thought for a second maybe I should throw this on the floor. But I don't. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going first next turn. I could probably fill this in as long as there's tiles, so let's just do it. And you'll see Kellen Ved throw that on their floor. And look at that. Got 3 right off the bat. Obviously, I'm going to take them. I think this is the round where everything we go at each other quite a bit. So this is a very contentious game of Azul, where we're all trying to prevent each other from doing anything. So I see this, right? Has two. They both need 3. I end up taking one of the yellows just to prevent both of them from filling in that last row, because I need it here anyways. So I kind of stick them both. Okay, 2 black, right? 2 blue. I would like to get 2 blue here if possible. So like we're all fighting over the same things. So Adigas decides to put one here. Like this should trigger people to understand that I might want 2 blue, because it'll help with the scoring, you know, by placing them both. But yeah, I probably would have put that down here just to be safe. So I take 1. Right? Probably wasn't the nicest thing I did. So now he can't finish off either one of these rows, right? But he takes it anyway, so I can't complete mine. Not the best thing to happen. I thought maybe they would just move on to something else, you know. Maybe take the reds that were there, right? So I put that there, trying to fill in this one, right? Kellenved puts 3 reds in their 3rd row. Adigas really took it personal and takes the white, so I can't finish off this one either. So we're really blocking each other. I just take the 3 black, which fit perfectly here to help finish this column out. I'm going first again next turn, so there's a good chance I'll fill that row in. So I'm not going to score much this turn. Going to be a little bit behind, so. All right. I see the 3 blacks. I'm like, that's not great. They're all spread out. So I decide to just try to at least grab one to make it a little bit easier and see what they do, right? So Kellenved decides to take 2 yellows, which I thought was strange, you know, like they're all fighting over these yellows. I'm going to stay out of that mess as much as possible. Let them duke it out with each other, and I'll try to grab the other tiles. So I do get my bottom row, so I got a column filled in. I want to fill these in if possible, so I'm not stuck here with rows that I can't complete, right? So I take that. It's a little bit dangerous here because if they push all the blue in, I'm going to be stuck. But Kellenved helps me out there, right? So now we look at this. We all need one to fill this in. Like, I don't know about that move. It's you're gonna, if somebody's gonna be out of this, basically, is what I'm saying, right? So 2 contentious turns in a row. I'm gonna grab mine, and look what we have building up here in the middle, right? We have 5 reds. These 2 rows are blocked, right? In fact, these 3 rows are blocked for them. I could place it if I want to, and just take a single point if they're if there's only 5. That's not bad, but it gets worse here, as we'll see here in a second. Now there's 6 of them. So I have to make a decision here. What do I take, right? Do I... Oh, it's not my turn yet, sorry. I could take the blue one and stick it up here in the top, right? That's a decent move. I could take the 4 blues, right? And put them here and fill this in. I could still take the reds, have 2 negative points. It's not the worst thing in the world. But I just decide to be mean and throw this on the floor. and let them deal with the negative points they're getting from these. So sometimes not taking something that fits is a better decision, because look, I mean, he's going to have to throw almost, what, 3 of these on the floor? So he'll put it here. So he'll be losing 6 points this turn. So, you know, this is 5, but it's really going to be a -1. 2, 3, right? So he'll gain 2 points this turn, right? Then, obviously, Adigas is going to get stuck with the reds. There's 8 of them, so it's going to fill most of this in. So he'll get like 6 in his row. Yep. So he's getting a -8 points this turn. So yeah, this is a game where sticking people was the better option here for me. And what it lets me do is get a lead on them, right? So that's why you have to pay attention to what's going to be pushed into the middle and how many turns there are left. Multiple times during this game, I had to sit there and go, okay, well, if I push this in, there's going to be this many turns left. What will I get stuck with? You know? If you don't do that, then you're going to get stuck with a bunch of tiles, basically, in the end. So let's start this turn off. It's Kellen Ved's turn. They're going to fill that in. I thought they might take one of these, but there are 2 sets, you know. So I mean, the goal of this game is to score the most points, not, you know, more points than your opponent, not the most points possible, right? So you don't have to score over 100 points the win, right? As long as your opponents don't score more than you. I think that's a trap in so many games. People get enamored with, oh, I got this going, I could score this many points, and they lose sight of finishing the game when they should, right? So I'm looking here, I'm like, what would help me out here? Like the 2 reds would be nice, you know. I think I'd take those, yep. But I put them in the bottom. Why did I do that? It probably wasn't the best move, right? Because there's just enough to fill that in. I probably should have went with this here. And maybe try to, after they're done fighting over the yellow, fill this one in, you know. Okay. So once again, these tiles are building up. This isn't great for me. This isn't great for me. Yellow's not great. So a lot of this isn't great for me. So I decided to take the 1 red and put it here, right? So then if somebody takes this, it'll be sorry, my phone's ringing here. I'll get back to that later. Sorry about that. So if somebody takes, let's say they take the blue, right? There'll be all 5 out here, right? There'll be black, red, yellow, light blue, and blue, right? So that would be, if it's Kevlin's turn, that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So that's not great for me. If they take the black, right, there'll be 4 turns left. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, yeah, you have to be conscious of this, because I don't want to be stuck with either of these, if possible. Either of these colors. So, but Kellen Ved took yellow. Didn't think about sticking me. This makes this much more manageable if it's taken. And I just take, sorry, I'm a little bit distracted here. They take the whites or light blues. I take the red to fill in my bottom row. So I avoid getting stuck with points there, right? I don't purposely look for ways to stick people with points, but if that's the best course of action, that's what I'll do. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. I get to choose first, right? So I'm thinking, what can I get for my diagonal? Sorry about this. I'm getting bombarded with stuff right now. What would be good for my diagonal if I want to get it? Because I already have 2 columns. A diagonal would pretty much, I think, wrap it up as long as they don't get one. So I'm thinking red might be the best course here, right? So I take 3, stick them there, because I want to fill this one in. It's harder to fill in, right? We're not going to end this turn unless Adigas decides they just want to not deal with this game anymore. Like, they're so far behind, there's no sense ending the game right now for them. Two yellows will go there. Pretty good scoring opportunity for them. I fill in the 2, thinking I can grab one of these singles here. So let's look at what tiles are good for me right now. The reds are good for me, right? Black is okay as long as we don't, like, even if I get all 4, that's fine, right? It'll be 1 on the floor, that's fine. Yellows are fine for me. Blues are fine for me. So everything I'm okay with right now. Now I would like to get a tile for the top row, just to score some points. Obviously the best one would be the black tile, but as we see here, like, they're all shoved together, so I can't do that. So I think I take blue here. Do I take blue? I might take blue here. Yeah. Put that there. I'm not really scared of any of these collars at the end here. Either black or the light tiles here will be fine. Okay. I take the red. Maybe that. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Look. I take the red here because, look, he has nowhere to put the blacks. So, and Kevlin instigated this. I think he was the one that took the tile that triggered this last round. So there was 4 collars in here. So I wanted to punish him for that. So, so he had to take all those negative points. And then I'm set up for my diagonal. Okay, so what do we have here? I need 2 red for this diagonal, right? Kellen Ved needs a blue, and I got to prevent him from getting blue. Well, there's not enough for him to finish it, so it's not a big deal. We don't want Adigas getting anything here, like the yellow or the single white, so that they have a column and a diagonal and maybe 2 rows. So that's our goal here. So I take 2 of those to kind of prevent some of the options for him, or for them. So I can place it there. Blue gets filled in. So I see they're actually going for that. But I wanted to get this done with. I didn't want to mess around anymore, right? Triggers endgame. Don't know about that so much. Maybe they thought they would get the yellows and get the diagonal, right? Be sneaky about it. So I then take that, fill in that. There's all these yellows out here for some reason. They do get the diagonal there. But here's the thing. Even though they got the diagonal, I'm 9 points ahead. So, because of all those actions where I toss tiles onto his floor, you know? So, that's not the greatest, because I know you're trying to score points at the end. I mean, it is a big chunk of points, I guess, but you're in danger of losing points at the end somewhere. So I'm going to play it safe. No reason to get crazy here at the end. My lead is enough to get me through this. So I get 12 points, 13 points. All the bonuses come out. And I win. So that was one heck of a slugfest between us. We all were getting each other's way, but you know, just understanding the state of the game, when all the tiles are going to be pushed into the middle, that final set of tiles where all the factories are empty, right? So sometimes dumping points onto your opponents is the best strategy that you can have in those cases. I wouldn't say do it all the time. If it's something that's going to score you a ton of points all of a sudden, you know, like say if it was like I needed yellow here, I mean, that's going to give me 7 points. That's not bad, right? But I gave them negative points instead of getting positive points myself. So if you like this content, please like and subscribe. You know, leave comments. I try to respond to all the comments that are left for me. And have a nice day.